Here's AC Milan's top 8 most iconic 4th anniversary and special edition shirts. At number 8, the design on the 2022-23 Puma 4th edition is something to behold. At number 7, the white meshed with traditional red and black is very cool on the 2021-22 4th shirt. At number 6, the minimalist 2024-25 anniversary edition is much appreciated. I love the badge. At number 5, the cut, color design, and redux badge on the 2024-25 Puma 4th shirt ticks all the boxes. And at number 4, the black and red 1997-98 Lotto edition remains a fan favorite. At number 3, the thin stripes and gold script look great on the 2019-2020 Puma Anniversary Edition. At number 2, St. George's Cross on the 2000-2001 Adidas Special Edition is a very nice touch. And at number 1, AC Milan's most iconic 4th shirt is this dreamy 1995-96 edition by Lotto, which is classic 90s vintage at its finest. Here's AC Milan's top 7 most iconic away shirts of the 21st century. At number 7, the 2005-06 Adidas edition is muy classy. At number 6, the red and black bands of color on the 2015-16 Adidas edition are a very good look. At number 5, the minimalist 2000-2001 Adidas edition is much appreciated. At number 4, the design on the 2014-15 Adidas edition, along with the alternate logo, sets this off. At number 3, the white with gold trim 2016-17 Adidas edition is fresh and clean. At number 2, the black and slate gray 2023-24 Puma 3rd shirt is so sleek. And at number 1, AC Milan's most iconic away shirt of the 21st century is this 2021-22 Puma edition. It is a peach of a football shirt. Here's AC Milan's top 7 most iconic away shirts of the 20th century. At number 7, the 1984-85 edition looks great in any decade. At number 6, the 1997-98 Lotto edition is a great look. At number 5, the minimalist 1983-84 Aniera edition is so sleek. At number 4, the 1989-90 Kappa edition remains a fan favorite. At number 3, the pinstripes cut and sponsor on the 1982-83 edition are all classic 80s vintage. At number 2, the 1994-95 Lotto edition is a great looking football shirt. And at number 1, AC Milan's most iconic away shirt of the 20th century is the 1991-92 Adidas Trefoil. It is the GOAT. Here's AC Milan's top 5 most iconic goalkeeper shirts. At number 5, the 1983-84 Anier edition is unforgettable. At number 4, the 1998-99 Adidas edition has a great colorway. At number 3, the 1997-98 Lotto edition is a great goalkeeper shirt. At number 2, the 1995-96 Lotto edition is an abstract gem. At number 1, AC Milan's most iconic goalkeeper shirt is the 2024-25 Puma edition. It is an instant classic. Here's AC Milan's top 10 most iconic home shirts. At number 10, the 1972-73 edition looks great with the retro logo. At number 9, the thin stripes and white detail on the 2011-12 Adidas edition are a very good look. At number 8, the St. George's Cross logo on the 2015-16 Adidas edition is a nice touch. At number 7, the white detail in the 2012-13 Adidas edition are much appreciated. At number 6, the thin red and black stripes on the 2019-20 edition harken back to the interwar era. I like it. At number 5, the minimalist cut on the 2018-19 Puma edition is so sleek. At number 4, the detail on the sleeves of the 2022-23 edition set this off. At number 3, the collar on the 1996-97 Lotto edition is classic 90s design that I'm nostalgic for. At number 2, The thin bands of color undulating on the 2014-15 Adidas edition look incredible. And at number 1, AC Milan's most iconic home shirt is the 1992-93 Adidas Trefoil edition. It is a prim stargazer. Here's AC Milan's top 7 most iconic third shirts. At number 7, the bright red and black on the 1996-97 Lotto edition is electric. At number 6, the black and red 2002-03 Adidas edition is a great look. At number 5, the yellow trim on the 2015-16 edition pops so spectacularly. At number 4, the 1998-99 Adidas edition remains a fan favorite. At number 3, the minimalist 2024-25 Puma edition became an instant classic. At number 2, the colors, cut, and pattern on the 2023-24 Puma edition are all top shelf. And at number 1, AC Milan's most iconic third shirt is the 1997-98 Lotto edition. It is a gem. Here's Atalanta BC's top 6 most iconic third and Christmas edition shirts. At number 6, the Christmas tree on the 2011-12 Araya Holiday Edition is a very nice touch. At number 5, the 2000-2001 A6 third shirt is unforgettable. At number 4, the blue stripes on the 2010-11 Araya Christmas Edition are classy. At number 4, the tree wrapped around the logo on the 2012-13 Araya Christmas Edition fills my heart with holiday cheer. At number 2, the colorway cut and design on the A6 third shirt from 2002-03 are all top shelf. And at number 1, Atalanta BC's most iconic third shirt is the 2022-23 Joma edition. It is a gem. Here's Atalanta BC's top 9 most iconic away shirts of the 21st century. At number 9, the 1990-91 edition is a great look. At number 8, the 1994-95 Lotto edition is a bit wonky, but still pretty cool. At number 7, the 1997-98 A6 edition is gorgeous. At number 6, the 1995-96 A6 edition is classic 90s design. At number 5, the 1992-93 Lotto edition is otherworldly. At number 4, the 1993-94 Lotto edition is understated and elegant. At number 3, the 1996-97 A6 edition remains a fan favorite. At number 2, the 1991-92 Lotto edition is spectacular. And at number 1, Atalanta BC's most iconic away shirt of the 20th century is the 1998-99 A6 edition. It is incredible. Here's Atalanta BC's top 10 most iconic away shirts of the 21st century. Number 10, the minimalist 2015-16 Nike edition is much appreciated. At number 9, the 2001-02 A6 edition has a unique design. At number 8, the pinstripe 2009-10 Array edition is sleek. At number 7, the twin black and blue band on the 2008-09 Array edition is a classy look. At number 6, the thin horizontal stripes on the 2023-2024 Joma edition is a great look. At number 5, the pinstripes of black and blue on the 2021-2022 Joma edition are so sweet. At number 4, the 2012-13 Array edition is balanced, which I like lots. At number 3, the retro sash and sleeve hems on the 2010-2011 Array edition are so on point. At number 2, the cut and design on the 2020-2021 Joma edition are top shelf. And at number 1, Atalanta BC's most iconic away shirt is this 2018-2019 gem by Joma. Bellissimo. Here's Atalanta BC's top 9 most iconic home shirts. At number 9, the 2006-07 A6 edition looks good with the thick stripes. At number 8, the minimalist 2017-18 Joma edition is much appreciated. At number 7, the collar on the 1999-2000 A6 edition is a very nice touch. At number 6, the thin stripes and collar on the 1995-96 A6 edition are top shelf. At number 5, the bit of flare on the blue stripes on the 2021-22 Joma edition is very cool. At number 4, the minimalist thin stripe 2020-2021 Joma edition is elegant. At number 3, the cut and design of the 2012-13 Array edition are top shelf. At number 2, the 2010-2011 Lotto edition has a 90s retro vibe that I like lots. And at number 1, Atalanta BC's most iconic home shirt is the 1994-95 edition that number 2 on this list was inspired by. It's an original classic. Here's FC Bologna's top 6 most iconic 3rd, 4th, and anniversary edition shirts. At number 6, the 1999-2000 Diadora 3rd shirt is a very good look. At number 5, the black 2015-16 3rd shirt by Macron is sleek. At number 4, the minimalist 1996-97 Diadora edition has great design balance. At number 3, the 2024-25 Macron 4th shirt has a great hooped collar and sleeves. At number 2, Macron's 2022-23 4th shirt was an instant classic before it dropped. And at number 1, Bologna FC's most iconic shirt is this anniversary edition from 2018-2019. The cut, color, and design are all on point. Here's Bologna FC's top 7 most iconic away shirts of the 20th century. At number 7, the sash on the 1995-96 Array edition is top shelf. At number 6, the design on the 1991-92 All Sport edition is a great look. At number 5, the sleeves on the 1990-91 All Sport edition set this off. At number 4, the 1988-89 All Sport edition couldn't be any more minimalist, which is appreciated. At number 3, the minimalist 1970-71 sashed edition looks great. At number 2, I love how one sleeve matches the rest of the shirt on the 1990-91 All Sport edition. And at number 1, Bologna FC's most iconic away shirt of the 20th century is this sash edition by Herrera from 1993-94. It is a gem. Here's Bologna FC's top 10 most iconic away shirts of the 21st century. At number 10, the 2001-02 Macron Sashed edition has a great retro vibe. At number 9, the pinstripe 2014-15 Macron edition looks classy. At number 8, Diadora's 1999-2000 edition is such a great design. At number 7, Macron's 2021-22 edition looks great with the hooped collar and sleeves. At number 6, the shoulder design and sleeve detail on the 2018-19 Macron edition sets this off. At number 5, the sash and collar and mismatched sleeves on the 2023-24 shirt are spectacular. At number 4, the slightly more minimalist and sashed edition from 2019-2020 is much appreciated. At number 3, the straight color pop across the chest of the 2024-25 edition is a great look. At number 2, the sleeves and collar on the 2022-23 Macron edition set this beauty off. And at number 1, Bologna FC's most iconic away shirt is the 2017-18 Macron edition. It is a gem. Here's Bologna FC's top 8 most iconic home shirts. At number 8, the 2004-05 Macron edition is a very good look. At number 7, the darker and sleeker 2021-22 Macron edition looks fast. At number 6, the white collar on the 2015-16 edition is a nice touch. At number 5, the minimalist 2019-2020 edition is elegant. At number 4, the 1989-90 All Sport edition remains a fan favorite. At number 3, Macron's 2017-18 edition has a great color, cut, and design. At number 2, the patch and the way the colors pop on the 1964-65 edition are incredible. And at number 1, Bologna FC's most iconic home shirt is the 1996-97 Diadora edition, which is classic 90s design. Here's Cagliari Calcio's top 9 most iconic 3rd anniversary and special edition shirts. At number 9, the 2024-25 special edition is an instant classic. At number 8, the color splash on the 2019-2020 anniversary edition looks like it was applied with a paintbrush, which is clever. At number 7, the orange 2015-16 third shirt is eye-catching. At number 6, the 2002-03 top line third shirt, it's a good look. At number 5, the color, cut, and design on the 2022-23 third shirt are memorable. At number 4, the Giga-inspired design on the 2023-24 special edition is something to behold. At number 3, I'm such a fan of a tie-up collar, the 1999-2000 edition has a nice one. And at number 2, goalkeeper shirts don't usually make it on the list, but the 2016-17 goalkeeper special edition has a tie-up collar, so it makes the list. At number 1, Cagliari Calcio's most iconic special edition is this minimalist treasure from the 2016-17 season. Feast your eyes, sports fans. Here's Cagliari Calcio's top 10 most iconic away shirts. At number 10, I normally loathe the 2 sponsored shirt, but somehow it works on the 2024-25 edition. At number 9, the sleeves and collar on the 2004-05 top line are top notch. At number 8, the modern stripe pattern and hoop collar on the 2021-22 Adidas edition look great. Number 7, the 1990-91 Umbro edition is classic 90s design. At number 6, the lines and collar on the 2005-06 A6 edition are spot on. At number 5, the minimalist 1980-81 edition is so classy. At number 4, the club logo woven into the 1995-96 Array edition is so swag. At number 3, the bold collar and sleeves on the 1996-97 Reebok edition are spectacular. At number 2, I'm such a sucker for a tie-up collar, the 1999-2000 edition has a great one. And at number 1, Cagliari Calcio's most iconic away shirt is the 1992-93 Umbro edition, which also features a spectacular tie-up collar. Molto bene. Here's Cagliari Calcio's top 9 most iconic home shirts. At number 9, the 2020-2021 Adidas edition has potential to be a great shirt, but for the multiple sponsors clogging the design. At number 8, the 2009-2010 edition is a good-looking shirt. At number 7, the 2003-04 edition is a well-balanced design, which I appreciate. At number 6, the paneled 2000-2001 edition is a nice look. At number 5, the collar on the 1996-97 Reebok edition is a nice touch. At number 4, the 1990-91 Umbro edition is a very classy football shirt in any decade or century. At number 3, the 1992-93 long sleeve Umbro edition remains a fan favorite. At number 2, I'm such a sucker for a tie-up collar, which the 1964-65 edition has in spades. And at number 1, Cagliari Calcio's most iconic home shirt is the 1999-2000 edition, which also features an incredible tie-up collar. Bene. Here's Como 1907's top 3 most iconic 3rd and 4th shirts. At number 3, the burgundy and blue 2003-04 3rd edition is a good look. At number 2, Area's red 1997-98 3rd shirt is classy. At number 1, Como 1907's most iconic 4th shirt is the 2024-25 Adidas edition. It's an instant classic. Here's Como 1907's top 7 most iconic away shirts. At number 7, the burgundy and blue Area edition from 2004-05 is memorable. At number 6, the 2003-04 Array edition looks great with the club's logo woven into the design. At number 5, the 1993-94 Umbro edition is understated and elegant. At number 4, the 2021-22 Lagay edition is something to behold. At number 3, the stripes on the 2001-02 Array edition are a great look. At number 2, the color cut and design on the 2023-24 Array edition are top shelf. And at number 1, Como 1907's most iconic away shirt is the 1997-98 Array edition, which is 90s design at its finest. Here's Como 1907's top 3 most iconic home shirts. At number 3, the 1992-93 Umbro edition looks incredible. At number 2, the 1996-97 Array edition is 90s design at its finest. And at number 1, Como 1907's most iconic home shirt is the 2024-25 Serie A edition. It's an instant classic. Here's AFC Fiorentina's top 10 most iconic 3rd, 4th, and special edition shirts. At number 10, the yellow Fila 3rd shirt from 1999-2000 pops. At number 9, the color swirl on the 2023-24 Kappa 4th shirt is a great look. At number 8, the sleeves and sponsor on the 1998-99 3rd shirt are unforgettable. At number 7, the 2000-2001 Mizuno 3rd shirt is a great football shirt. At number 6, the gray and purple on the 2013-14 3rd shirt by Joma is elegant. At number 5, the iridescent script on the 2006-07 Lotto Special Edition set this off. At number 4, the flower of life woven into the design of the 2023-24 3rd shirt is a nice touch. At number 3, the purple gold and fleur-de-lis woven into the design on the 2022-23 3rd shirt looks so regal. At number 2, there's a word for the 2024-25 4th shirt. That word is gorgeous. And at number 1, AFC Fiorentina's most iconic 3rd shirt is the red and purple Reebok edition from 1995-96. It is spectacular 90s design. Here's AFC Fiorentina's top 10 most iconic away shirts. At number 10, the 1998-99 Fila edition looks great. At number 9, the minimalist 2024-25 Kappa edition is much appreciated. At number 8, the flower of life in the pattern of the 2023-24 edition is a nice touch. At number 7, the colors in the deep chevron on the 2022-23 edition are so gorgeous. At number 6, the collar on the 2016-17 edition looks incredible. At number 5, the minimalist 2003-04 Adidas edition remains a fan favorite. At number 4, the club logo on the 2002-03 Puma edition sets this off. At number 3, the 1999-2000 Fila edition is among the club's most beloved. And at number 2, the fleur-de-lis on the shoulders of the 1996-97 Reebok edition are unforgettable. And at number 1, AFC Fiorentina's most iconic away shirt is the 1992-93 Lotto edition with 7-Up as the sponsor. It is a gem. Here's AFC Fiorentina's top 8 most iconic goalkeeper shirts. At number 8, the 1992-93 Lotto edition is unforgettable. At number 7, the orange and black Fila edition is a great look, especially for Halloween. At number 6, the black and gray 1999-2000 edition is spectacular. At number 5, the blue and black Lotto 2007-08 edition is sleek. At number 4, the 2001-02 Diodora edition is understated and elegant. At number 3, the gray Flower of Life 2015-16 edition is much appreciated. At number 2, the fleur-de-lis woven into the pattern of the 2023-24 Kappa edition is a very nice touch. And at number 1, the black Fila edition with Nintendo as the sponsor from 1997-98 is AFC Fiorentina's most iconic goalkeeper shirt. Here's AFC Fiorentina's top 9 most iconic home shirts. At number 9, the 2001-02 Mizuno edition is a great look. At number 8, the 2004-05 Adidas edition is sleek. At number 7, Fila's 1999-2000 edition is elegant. At number 6, the minimalist Save the Children 2018-19 edition is much appreciated. At number 5, the 1997-98 Fila edition with Nintendo as the sponsor is unforgettable. At number 4, the 2023-24 Kappa edition is one heck of a football shirt. At number 3, the 1998-99 edition remains a fan favorite. At number 2, the 1995-96 Reebok edition is one of the club's most beloved. And at number 1, AFC Fiorentina's most iconic home shirt is the 1992-93 Lotto edition, which is classic 90s design at its finest. Here's Genoa CFC's top 7 most iconic 3rd anniversary and special edition shirts. At number 7, the 2019-2020 St. George's Cross third shirt by Kappa is sleek. At number 6, the colors, cut, and design on the 2020-2021 third shirt by Kappa are all top shelf. At number 5, the 2017-18 third shirt by Lotto is elegant. At number 4, the 2018-19 edition by Lotto is a great look. At number 3, the 1994-95 Area third edition is classic 90s design at its finest. At number 2, Area's third shirt from 1998-99 remains a fan favorite. And at number 1, Genoa CFC's most iconic special edition shirt is the 2012-13 Lotto edition. It is dreamy. Here's Genoa CFC's top 9 most iconic away shirts. At number 9, the 2017-18 Lotto edition is sleek. At number 8, the 2021-22 edition by Kappa is elegant. At number 7, the 1994-95 Area edition is classic 90s design. At number 6, the 1998-99 Kappa edition is gorgeous. At number 5, the 2009-2010 A6 edition has such a great design. At number 4, the collar and cut on the 2003-04 Area edition are top shelf. At number 3, the 1991-92 Area edition remains highly sought after. At number 2, the 1996-97 Area edition is among the club's most beloved. And at number 1, Genoa CFC's most iconic away shirt is the 1988-89 edition. It's a great football shirt in any decade or century. Here's Genoa CFC's top 10 most iconic home shirts. At number 10, the 1999-2000 Kappa edition is a great look. At number 9, the minimalist 2001-2002 Array edition is much appreciated. At number 8, the cut and colors on the 2017-18 Lotto home shirt are top shelf. At number 7, the 2000-2001 Kappa edition really pops. At number 6, the 1998-99 Kappa edition remains a fan favorite. At number 5, the 2020-2021 Kappa edition is sleek. At number 4, the 1997-98 Array edition is classic 90s design. At number 3, the 1996-97 Array edition is spectacular. At number 2, the 2021-22 Kappa edition has some great detail woven into the design. And at number 1, Genoa CFC's most iconic home shirt is the 1994-95 Array edition. It is a gem. Here's Hellas Verona's FC's top 10 most iconic 3rd, 4th, 5th, and anniversary edition shirts. At number 10, the yellow and black Array 3rd shirt from 1998-99 is memorable. At number 9, the red Array 5th edition from 1996-97 is a good look. At number 8, Array's 4th shirt from the same year is very cool. At number 7, the 3rd shirt from 1996-97 is the best of the bunch. At number 6, the 2014-15 third shirt by Nike is sleek. At number 5, the 2013-14 third edition is elegant. At number 4, Arraya's 1999-2000 third shirt is a great look. At number 3, the club crest on the 2018-19 Macron anniversary edition is incredible. At number 2, the checkerboard design on the 2017-18 Nike third shirt is spectacular. And at number 1, Hellas Verona's most iconic third shirt is the 2001-2002 Lotto edition with the tie-up collar. It is spectacular. Here's Hellas Verona's FC's top 6 most iconic away shirts. At number 6, the minimalist 2014-15 Nike edition is much appreciated. At number 5, the 1996-97 Array edition is classic 90s design. At number 4, the 2017-18 Nike edition is a very good look. At number 3, the 1996-97 Array edition remains a fan favorite. At number 2, the collar and pinstripes on the 2010-11 A6 edition are spectacular. And at number 1, the cut, color, and design of the 2007-08 A6 edition help crown this as Hellas Verona's most iconic away shirt. Here's Hellas Verona FC's top 6 most iconic home shirts. At number 6, the 1998-99 Array edition is unforgettable. At number 5, the 2014-15 Nike edition is sleek. At number 4, the 2016-17 striped Nike edition is nice. At number 3, the hems on the 2018-19 Macron edition are spectacular. At number 2, the 1997-98 Array edition is classic 90s design. And at number 1, Hellas Verona's most iconic home shirt is the minimalist and elegant 2017-18 Nike edition. Here's Inter Milan's top 6 most iconic 3rd and 4th shirts from the 1990s. At number 6, this green Umbro 3rd shirt from the 95-96 campaign is unforgettable. At number 5, this school bus yellow 3rd shirt from the 96-97 season is even more outlandish. At number 4, this blue with yellow trim Umbro 4th shirt worn in the 95-96 season is actually very nice. I love the color. At number 3, this 3rd shirt from the 98 season with black and gray thick horizontal stripes is so plush. At number 2, this yellow and sky blue 93-94 3rd shirt from Umbro is a gem. And at number 1, this dark blue and black 3rd shirt worn during the 99-2000 campaign by Nike is one of the club's most iconic. Alright, so what do you think? Did we get the order right? Which jersey do you think is best? Do you have any of these shirts? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like the content, please like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Here's Inter Milan's top 5 most iconic away kits of the 20th century. At number 5, this 1964 edition with blue and black sash is so dreamy. At number 4, the 1987-88 edition from Le Coq Sportif is very classy. I love the serpent and this retro crest. At number 3, the 1988-89 edition from Old Sport has such a great 80s vintage pattern. The old school logo on this is top shelf. At number 2, the 95-96 edition from Umbro is an all-time favorite. The design on this is incredible. At number 1, this jagged design across the shoulders is classic 90s design, and yet would look great on any Inter team today. It is iconic. Alright, so what do you think? Did we get the order right? Which jersey do you think is best? Do you have any of these shirts? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like the content, please like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Here's Inter Milan's top 10 most iconic away shirts of the 21st century. At number 10, this 2006 edition by Nike is simple and elegant. At number 9, the 2010 edition is as classy as away shirts come. At number 8, the black and blue sash on the 2012 edition is top notch. At 7, this all white but for the lines on the sleeves and collar from 2001 is very classy. 6, the netted design from 2019 is very interesting. And number 5, the pattern embedded in the sash around the sponsor is very nice. At number 4, the collar and faded blue trim on this 2025 edition helped make it an instant classic. At number 3, look close at this 2023 edition. See the map? See how the star in Milan's logo is actually Milan on the map? Man, this shirt is incredible. At number 2, the pattern and balance on this 2021 edition make this shirt so elegant. At number 1, the 2020 away shirt is arguably the best in the club's history. The color and design scheme are so sumptuous. Alright, so what do you think? Did we get the order right? Which jersey do you think is best? Do you have any of these shirts? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like the content, please like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Here's the top 10 most iconic goalkeeper shirts in Inter Milan history. At number 10, this yellow and black 1999 edition by Umbro is quite memorable. At number 9, this 1988 edition by Le Coq Sportif is very cool. At number 8, this 2020 edition by Nike has such sumptuous colors. At number 7, This black and blue 98 Umbro edition is killer. At number 6, this all gray with black trim 2002 Nike edition is very classy. At number 5, this 1997 Umbro edition is among the club's most memorable. At number 4, the light blue 2024 edition with Paramount Plus as the sponsor is quite nice. At number 3, this 1989 All Sport Pro edition is among the club's most plush. At number 2, this 1996 yellow and black abstract contraption is perhaps not beautiful, but is still highly sought after. And at number 1, this black and purple 1992 edition is the club's most iconic. I like how the word Inter is woven into the shoulders. This is classic 90s vintage at its finest, my friends. Alright, so what do you think? Did we get the order right? Which jersey do you think is best? Do you have any of these shirts? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like the content, please like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Here's Inter Milan's top 7 most iconic home jerseys from the 20th century. At number 7, the 1930 edition is simple but elegant. At number 6, the 1987 edition by Le Coq Sportif is a gem. At number 5, the 1981 edition by Puma with the old school badge is very classy. At number 4, the 1954 edition with the tie-up collar is amazing. At number 3, the 1998 edition with the club logo woven into the fabric is 90s vintage at its finest. At number 2, the collar and colorway on the 1994-95 edition is spectacular. And at number 1, I'm a sucker for checkerboard. The collar and logo on this beauty make this 1931 edition the most iconic in Inter Milan history. Alright, so what do you think? Did we get the order right? Which jersey do you think is best? Do you have any of these shirts? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like the content, please like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Here's Inter Milan's top 10 most iconic home jerseys from the 21st century. Number 10, this 2016 edition is as classic as they come. At number 9, the serpentine scales in the 2022 design is great, especially for Inter, who's used the snake design throughout the 20th century in different logos. At number 7, the jagged stripe on the 2020 edition was a cool break from tradition. At number 7, the varying thickness of stripes on the 2018 edition was also a nice break from tradition. At number 6, the traditional stripes with horizontal bands at the center of this 2020 edition is super cool. At number 5, it's been said that the sponsor can make or break a shirt. In 2024, Inter had 4 home shirts with 4 different sponsors, including Paramount Pictures, Transformers, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and perhaps most famously, Star Trek. All of these were meant to draw attention to the streaming partnership between Paramount and the Serie A. At number 1, Inter's most iconic home shirt of the 21st century is this 2015 black with blue pinstripe gem. It's a perfect football shirt. Alright, so what do you think? Did we get the order right? Which jersey do you think is best? Do you have any of these shirts? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like the content, please like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Here's Inter Milan's top 10 most iconic 3rd and anniversary edition shirts from the 21st century. At number 10, the orange and aqua 2001 3rd shirt is a very nice look. Miami Dolphins fans, eat your heart out. At number 9, the 2019 3rd shirt featuring St. George's Cross is very interesting. At number 8, the 2004 3rd shirt with the classic sash is classy. At number 7, the 2025 special edition just looks fast. I like it. At number 6, this 2023 highlighter yellow edition with a pop of black and blue is one of the more memorable 3rd shirts in recent memory. At number 5, this 2008 anniversary edition is classic blue and black balanced stripes but with a unique logo. At number 4, this highlighter orange and black third shirt is eye-catching. At number 3, I love how sumptuous the shade of blue is on the 2015 third shirt. At number 2, the jagged design and shiny gold trim on the 2019 anniversary edition is incredible. And at number 1, this black with yellow trim 2020 third shirt is one of the club's most beloved and iconic. Alright, so what do you think? Did we get the order right? Which jersey do you think is best? Do you have any of these shirts? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like the content, please like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Here's Juventus Football Club's top 9 most iconic 3rd, 4th, and special edition shirts. At number 9, this wild 4th shirt from the 2022 season is memorable. At number 8, this black 3rd shirt from Kappa, worn in the 91-92 season, is elegant. At number 7, this odd 2022 3rd shirt has become something of a cult classic. At number 6, this 2021 edition 3rd shirt looks like fire. At 5, this 2024 shirt looks a bit like a home shirt but with a bit more design flair. At number 4, this black with shiny gold trim 3rd shirt from the 2016 season is very nice. At number 3, the 2025 Adidas Trefoil 3rd shirt with Save the Children as the sponsor and the minimalist logo helped make this one an instant classic. At number 2, this black trefoil with minimalist logo is among the club's sleekest ever. And at number 1, the 2021 Human Race and Adidas collab in pink on this washed out special edition is iconic and highly sought after by collectors. Alright, so what do you think? Did we get the order right? Which jersey do you think is best? Do you have any of these shirts? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like the content, please like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Here's Juventus Football Club's top 9 most iconic away shirts. At number 9, this royal blue Kappa edition from the 1999-2000 season is a great color. At number 8, the 1987-88 away shirt looks like something from the interwar era. The historian in me digs it. At number 7, the yellow with blue flare Kappa from the 93-94 season is very nice. At number 6, the gray with black and white sash from Nike from the 2009-10 season is bellissima. At number 5, the 2020 edition by Adidas looks intergalactic, which is spectacular. At number 4, this icy 2018-19 edition is simple and elegant. At number 3, this midnight blue and white 2020-21 edition is one of the club's most memorable. At number 2, the 23-24 edition with horizontal stripes of gray and fuchsia are so snazzy. And at number 1, Juve's most iconic away shirt is this star-crossed blue and yellow gem from Kappa, worn by the likes of Zinedine Zidane during the 97 and 98 campaign. Alright, so what do you think? Did we get the order right? Which jersey do you think is best? Do you have any of these shirts? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like the content, please like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Here's Juventus Football Club's top 5 most iconic goalkeeper shirts. At number 5, this black and gray striped Nike from the 2007-08 season is very nice. At number 5, this 91-92 edition by Kappa has such a sumptuous colorway. At number 3, the school bus yellow and black abstraction from 1998 is not necessarily pleasing to the eye, but it's 90s vintage at its most classic. At number 2, this black Kappa from 1999-2000 is among the club's most elegant. And at number 1, Juve's most iconic goalkeeper shirt is this green star-studded Kappa from the 96-97 season. It is a gem. Here's our top 5 most iconic Juventus jerseys in club history. At number 5, this sleek 1988-89 edition is classic. At number 4, this 99 2000 edition by Kappa is magnifique. At number 3, this 2015 edition by Nike is so elegant. At number 2, this 95-96 edition, worn most memorably by Zidane when he was at the peak of his powers, is a gem. Sony is an iconic sponsor. At number 1, the most iconic home shirt in Juve history is this 2020 instant classic. I love the stripe of color through the center.
All right, so what do you think? Did we get the order right? Which jersey do you think is best? Do you have any of these shirts? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like the content, please like and subscribe. See you in the next video.
Here's SS Lazio's top 8 most iconic third shirts. At number 8, the 2018-19 Macron edition is a great look. At number 7, the dark blue and sky blue 2019-2020 Macron edition is sleek. At number 6, the black and sky blue Puma edition from 1999-2000 looks tough. At number 5, the blue on blue striped 2013-14 edition by Macron is a great looking football shirt. At number 4, the deep red looks so great with sky blue and white on this 2014-15 Macron edition. At number 3, this wild edition from Umbro from 1996-97 is 90s design at its finest. At number 2, the minimalist with blue hooped collar on the 2021-22 Macron edition is classy. And at number 1, SS Lazio's most iconic third shirt is this 1995-96 gem by Umbro. What a beauty. Here's SS Lazio's top 6 most iconic 4th and anniversary edition shirts. At number 6, the black 1999-2000 Puma anniversary edition is classy. At number 5, the Macron 2019-2020 anniversary edition is elegant. At number 4, the 2024-25 anniversary edition by Mizuno is icy. At number 3, the colors, cut, and design on the 2009-2010 Puma edition are all top shelf. At number 2, the black and gold 2022-23 Mizuno anniversary edition is so sleek. And at number 1, the retro-styled 2014-15 Macron edition is SS Lazio's most iconic 4th shirt. It is a gem. Here's SS Lazio's top 4 most iconic away shirts of the 20th century. At number 4, the yellow and blue 1986-87 edition is classic. At number 3, the minimalist 1974-75 edition is much appreciated. At number 2, the 1993-94 away edition is 90s vintage at its finest. And at number 1, SS Lazio's most iconic away shirt of the 20th century is this 1995-96 Umbro edition. It is spectacular. Here's SS Lazio's top 6 most iconic home shirts of the 21st century. At number 6, the blue stripes and hem on the 2014-15 Macron edition look great. At number 5, the cut and colors on the 2021-22 Macron edition are top shelf. At number 4, the black bands on the 2019-2020 Macron edition are so elegant. At number 3, the minimalist sky blue and white 2017-18 Macron edition is much appreciated. At number 2, the 2023-24 Mizuno edition is such a sumptuous shade of blue. The alternate logo is a great touch. And at number 1, SS Lazio's most iconic away shirt of the 21st century is the 2015-16 Macron Retro edition. It is a beauty. Here's SS Lazio's top 7 most iconic goalkeeper shirts. At number 7, the minimalist 1982-83 Anier edition was ahead of its time. At number 6, the pink Jorge Campos inspired 94-95 Umbro edition is unforgettable. At number 5, the 1995-96 Umbro edition is classic 90s design. At number 4, the colorway and pattern on the 1986-87 edition are incredible. At number 3, the 1996-97 Umbro edition is such a great look in any decade or century. At number 2, the blue on blue 1995-96 Umbro edition is otherworldly. And at number 1, SS Lazio's most iconic goalkeeper shirt is this sleek 2018-19 Macron edition. It is elegant. Here's SS Lazio's top 7 most iconic goalkeeper shirts. At number 7, the minimalist 1982-83 Anier edition was ahead of its time. At number 6, the pink Jorge Campos inspired 94-95 Umbro edition is unforgettable. At number 5, the 1995-96 Umbro edition is classic 90s design. At number 4, the colorway and pattern on the 1986-87 edition are incredible. At number 3, the 1996-97 Umbro edition is such a great look in any decade or century. At number 2, the blue on blue 1995-96 Umbro edition is otherworldly. And at number 1, SS Lazio's most iconic goalkeeper shirt is this sleek 2018-19 Macron edition. It is elegant. Here's SS Lazio's top 6 most iconic home shirts of the 20th century. At number 6, the 1997-98 Umbro edition is 90s design at its finest. At number 5, the 1995-96 Umbro edition is a great-looking football shirt. At number 4, the 1986-87 edition is so iconic that the design has become a classic feature in the club's kit ever since. At number 3, the 1981-82 Adidas Trefoil edition is classic 80s football lore. At number 2, the 1958-59 edition is so elegant. And at number 1, SS Lazio's most iconic home shirt of the 20th century is the 1928-29 edition with the tie-up collar. Here's SS Lazio's top 6 most iconic home shirts of the 21st century. At number 6, the 2000-2001 Puma edition is a great look. At number 5, the 2012-13 Macron edition is sleek. At number 4, the 2024-25 edition by Mizuno is a great looking football shirt. At number 3, the minimalist 1999-2000 edition by Puma is much appreciated. At number 2, the 2007-08 Puma edition is so fresh and clean. And at number 1, SS Lazio's most iconic home shirt of the 21st century is the 2018-19 Retro Macron edition. What a gem. Here's US Lecce's top 8 most iconic 3rd and 4th shirts. At number 8, the 2006-07 A6 3rd shirt is memorable. At number 7, the stripes on the 1997-98 3rd shirt by A6 are a great look. At number 6, the wolf on the 2014-15 Ligue 3rd shirt is clever design. At number 5, the 2016-17 3rd shirt is otherworldly. At number 4, the cut colors and design on the 2002-03 3rd shirt are all top shelf. At number 3, the orange 2001-2002 A6 4th edition is among the club's most beloved. At number 2, the navy blue 2000-2001 A6 3rd shirt remains a fan favorite. And at number 1, US Lecce's most iconic 3rd shirt is the 1991-92 Adidas Trefoil edition. It is a gem. Here's US Lecce's top 8 most iconic away shirts. At number 8, the 2015-16 edition is eye-catching. At number 7, the collar on the 2005-06 A6 edition is a nice touch. At number 6, the bent stripes on the 2003-04 A6 edition are a great look. At number 5, the minimalist 2000-2001 A6 edition is much appreciated. At number 4, the 1998-99 A6 edition is incredible. At number 3, the collar and cut on the 2002-03 A6 edition are top shelf. At number 2, the 2000-2001 A6 edition is unforgettable. And at number 1, the 1991-92 Adidas Trefoil edition is US Lecce's most iconic away shirt. Here's US Lecce's top 7 most iconic home shirts. At number 7, the 2006-07 A6 edition is unforgettable. At number 6, the 2001-02 A6 edition has a great retro look. At number 5, the thin stripes on the 2000-2001 A6 are classy. At number 4, the minimalist Puma edition from 1978-79 is sleek. At number 3, the thick stripes and collar on the 2000-2003 A6 edition are top shelf. At number 2, the 1985-86 Adidas Trefoil edition is highly sought after. And at number 1, US Lecce's most iconic home shirt is the 1990-91 Adidas Trefoil edition. It is a gem. Here's SSC Napoli's top 8 most iconic third shirts of the 20th century. At number 8, the two-tone blue Lotto edition from 1996-97 is a very good look. At number 7, the red 1997-98 Nike edition is so classy. At number 6, the yellow and blue Lotto edition from 1995-96 is an incredible football shirt. At number 5, the stripes on the collar and sleeve hem on the 1989-90 and near edition set this off. At number 4, the 1991-92 Umbro edition is 90s design at its finest. At number 3, the lime green and blue edition from 1984-85 is so dreamy. At number 2, the colors, cut, and design on the 1990-91 Añera edition are otherworldly. And at number 1, SSC Napoli's most iconic third shirt of the 20th century is the claret and blue Umbro edition with the tie-up collar. It's as crafty as a football shirt can get. Here's SSC Napoli's top 8 most iconic third shirts of the 21st century. At number 8, the blue sash on yellow on the 2013-14 Macron edition is a good look, but the sponsor is massive. At number 7, the cut on the 2014-15 Macron is a classy look, but for the gargantuan sponsors. At number 6, the collar and sleeves on the 2012-13 Macron edition set this off. At number 5, the colors, cut, and design on the 2000-2001 Diadora edition are all top shelf. At number 4, the Minimalist 2000 edition is very much appreciated. At number 3, the collar and cut on the 2002-03 Diadora edition are incredible. At number 2, the black and gold EA7 2023-24 edition is so sleek. And at number 1, SSC Napoli's most iconic third shirt is the 2024-25 EA7 Dragon Edition in black and blue. It is elegant. Here's SSC Napoli's top 8 most iconic special edition and fourth shirts. At number 8, the Urban Camo 2013-14 fourth shirt by Macron is eye-catching. At number 7, the colors, cut, and design on the 2019-20 Kappa 4th shirt are all dreamy, but my word is the sponsor gargantuan. At number 6, the blue and white 2020-21 4th shirt by Kappa is a great look. At number 4, the feather design on the 2020-21 Kappa Special Edition is memorable. At number 4, the 2016-17 4th shirt by Kappa remains a fan favorite. At number 3, the Minimalist 2005-06 Kappa 4th edition is much appreciated. At number 2, the color, cut, and design on the 2023-24 Special Edition by EA7 tick all the boxes. And at number 1, SSC Napoli's most iconic 4th shirt is the 2024-25 EA7 edition evoking the mountains and sky. It is a beauty. Here's SSC Napoli's top 8 most iconic away shirts of the 20th century. At number 8, the 1998-99 Nike edition is sleek. At number 7, the Minimalist Lotto edition from 1995-96 is much appreciated. At number 6, the 1996-97 Lotto edition is classic 90s design. At number 5, the bars on the 1990-91 Añera edition are a great look, especially considering the sponsor. At number 4, the colors, cut, and design on the 1994-95 Lotto edition are all top shelf. At number 3, the 1997-98 Nike edition is elegant. And at number 2, the waves on the 1989-90 Añera edition are a very nice touch. And at number 1, SSC Napoli's most iconic away shirt is this 1993-94 Umbro gem. It is spectacular. Here's SSC Napoli's top 9 most iconic away shirts of the 21st century. At number 9, the thick sash on the 2016-17 Kappa edition is a good look. At number 8, the collar and sleeves on the 2012-13 Macron edition looks great. At number 7, the denim-inspired design on the 2014-15 Macron edition is unforgettable. At number 6, the minimalist 2005-06 Kappa edition is much appreciated. At number 5, the collar and hoop sleeves on the 2020-2021 edition are a nice touch. At number 4, the 2001-02 Diodora edition is sleek. At number 3, the collar on the 2002-03 Diodora edition sets this off. At number 2, the minimalist 2024-25 EA7 edition is so classy. And at number 1, SSC Napoli's most iconic away shirt of the 21st century is the 2023-24 EA7 edition, featuring the mountains and sky of Naples woven into the design. Here's SSC Napoli's top 8 most iconic home shirts of the 20th century. At number 8, the light blue on the 1998-99 Nike edition is dreamy. At number 7, the darker shade of blue on the 97-98 edition is a very good look. At number 6, the cut colorway and design on the 96-97 Lotto edition are top shelf. At number 5, the minimalist 1995-96 edition is very classy. At number 4, the bit of flair in the design of the 94-95 Lotto edition sets this off. At number 3, the two tones of blue in the sky blue stripes and the collar on the 93-94 Umbro edition look great. At number 2, the 1990-91 Enier edition is minimalist elegance at its finest. And at number 1, SSC Napoli's most iconic home shirt of the 20th century is the 1985-86 Enier edition with the deep V-neck. It is a gem. Here's SSC Napoli's top 5 most iconic home shirts of the 21st century. At number 5, the collar and sleeves on the 2012-13 Macron edition are nice, but the sponsor, it's a bit gargantuan. At number 4, the thick striped Diodora edition is a good look. Bonus points for the sponsor. At number 3, the minimalist 2004-05 Kappa edition is much appreciated. At number 2, the 2024-25 EA7 edition is so elegant. And at number 1, SSC Napoli's most iconic home shirt of the 21st century is this sleek EA7 edition from 2023-24. It is bellissima. Here's Parma Calcio's top 8 most iconic away shirts. At number 8, the 2010-11 edition by Area is a great look. At number 7, the colorway on St. George's Cross on the 2018-19 Area edition is a very nice touch. At number 6, the 2016-17 Retro Striped Sleeve Area edition from 2016-17 is much appreciated. At number 5, the dark blue 1999-2000 Champion edition looks spectacular. At number 4, the black 2021-2022 Array edition is so sleek. At number 3, the blue 1995-96 Puma edition is classic 90s design. At number 2, the 1996-97 Puma edition remains a fan favorite. And at number 1, Parma Calcio's most iconic third shirt is the 1991-92 Umbro edition. Molto bene. Here's Parma Calcio's top 8 most iconic away shirts. At number 8, the 2004-05 Champion Edition is sleek. At number 7, the cut and design of the 2016-17 Array Edition are top shelf. At number 6, the 1983-84 Umbro Edition gets bonus points for the local sponsor, Ham to boot. At number 5, the 2024-25 Parma Edition is a bold look. At number 4, the retro sleeves on the 2009-2010 Array Edition is a nice touch. At number 3, the horizontal thin stripes on the 1998-99 Lotto Edition are elegant. At number 2, the 1996-97 Puma Edition remains a fan favorite. And at number 1, Parma Calcio's most iconic away shirt is the 1994-95 Umbro Edition with the tie-up collar. It is spectacular. Here's Parma Calcio's top 5 most iconic goalkeeper shirts. At number 5, the 1996-97 Puma edition is unforgettable. At number 4, the 1997-98 Puma edition is classic 90s design. At number 3, the 1995-96 Puma edition is incredible. At number 2, the 1999-2000 pink, blue, and black Puma edition is gorgeous. At number 1, the blue on blue 2000-2001 Puma edition is Parma Calcio's most iconic goalkeeper shirt. What a gem. Here's Parma Calcio's top 9 most iconic home shirts. At number 9, the collar and sleeves on the 2018-19 Array edition are a nice touch. At number 8, the 1997-98 Puma edition is a great look. At number 7, the 2003-04 Champion edition is a classy football shirt. At number 6, the sleeves on the 1991-92 Umbro edition set this off wonderfully. At number 5, the two tones of blue and the horizontal stripes on the 1999-2000 edition are electric. At number 4, the two-tone blue and yellow striped Lotto edition from 1998-99 remains a fan favorite. At number 3, the black and white St. George's Cross with small sponsor logo on the 2017-18 Array edition is much appreciated. At number 2, the 1996-97 Puma edition is unforgettable in club lore. And at number 1, Parma Calcio's most iconic home shirt is the 1995-96 Umbro edition. It is a prim stargazer. Here's Parma Calcio's top 3 most iconic special edition shirts. At number 3, the 2013-14 Centenary edition with the tie-up collar is a retro gem that fills this historian's bedraggled soul. At number 2, the black 2020-2021 Araya special edition is a very good look. And at number 1, Parma Calcio's most iconic special edition is from the 2022-2023 season by Araya. It is gorgeous. Here's Pisa SC's top 4 most iconic 3rd, 4th, and special edition shirts. At number 4, the 2004-05 3rd shirt by Garmin is a great look. At number 3, Garmin's 2004-05 4th shirt looks so sleek with the black and blue band down the center. At number 2, the black 2024-25 Adidas 4th shirt is gorgeous. This thing is an instant classic. And at number 1, the retro 2016-17 black and blue anniversary edition is among Pisa SC's most iconic shirts. It is a beauty. Here's Pisa SC's top 3 most iconic away shirts. At number 3, the splash of color through the center of the 1993-94 edition is a great look. At number 2, the 1990-91 edition is classic 90s design. And at number 1, Pisa SC's most iconic away shirt is the 2020-2021 Adidas edition. This is a great looking football shirt. Here's Pisa SC's top 7 most iconic home shirts. At number 7, the 1993-94 Gems edition is, well, a gem. At number 6, the 2004-05 Garmin edition is elegant. At number 5, the thin stripes at the center of the 1987-88 edition are a great look. At number 4, the thick stripes on the 2006-07 Joma edition look very nice. At number 3, the 1985-86 Enier edition is classic 80s design. At number 2, the tie-up collar and retro badge on the 1995-96 edition set this off. And at number 1, Pisa SC's most iconic home shirt is the two-tone blue 1988-89 Hummel edition. It is spectacular. Here's AS Roma's top 11 most iconic 3rd, 4th, and special edition shirts. At number 11, the 1996-97 A6 edition in orange is unforgettable. At number 10, the 2021-22 Nike 3rd shirt has a great design. At number 9, the 2023-24 4th shirt by Adidas is a nice retro look. At number 8, both badges and the colorway on the 2001-02 Kappa 3rd shirt look spectacular. At number 7, The 1998-99 Diodora edition in orange, gray, and black looks tough, especially for Halloween. At number 6, the twin wolves on the 1999-2000 Diodora 3rd edition is clever design. At number 5, the retro 2018-19 special edition is appreciated by historians the world over. At number 4, the 1997-98 third shirt by Diodora features Stadio Olimpico woven into the fabric, which is classic 90s footballing vintage. At number 3, the colorway and minimalist club logo helped establish the 2024-25 Adidas third shirt as an instant classic. And at number 2, the 1991-92 Adidas Trefoil third shirt in blue remains a fan favorite. And at number 1, AS Roma's most iconic third shirt is the 2019-2020 Nike edition in deep blue. Bellissima, molto bene. Here's AS Roma's top 10 most iconic away shirts. At number 10, the minimalist 2000-2001 edition by Kappa is much appreciated. At number 9, the minimalist 2023-24 Adidas edition is so elegant. At number 8, the twin wolves on the shoulders of the 1999-2000 Kappa edition is clever design. At number 7, the simple retro sash on the 2014-15 Nike edition fills this historian's tattered soul. At number 6, the wolves comprising shoulder lines on the 1998-99 Diodora edition is a nice touch. At number 5, the sleeves on the 1988-89 Anier edition set this off. At number 4, the sleeve design on the 2021-22 Nike edition has an 80s Houston Astros retro vibe that I like a ton. At number 3, the 1993-94 Adidas Equipment edition is understated and elegant. At number 2, the 1994-95 Asics edition is classic 90s vintage at its finest. And at number 1, AS Roma's most iconic away shirt is the 2020-2021 Nike edition. It is a gorgeous football shirt. Here's AS Roma's top 4 most iconic goalkeeper shirts. At number 4, the 1998-99 Diodora edition is a very good look. At number 3, the cut and colors on the 2024-25 Adidas edition helped establish this as an instant classic. At number 2, the 1999-2000 Diodora edition is such a great color. At number 1, the twin wolves in Stadio Olimpico design on the 1997-98 Diodora edition helped establish this shirt as AS Roma's most iconic goalkeeper shirt. Here's AS Roma's top 8 most iconic home shirts. At number 8, the 1993-94 Adidas Trefoil edition is very cool. At number 7, the 2001-02 Kappa edition is classic Italian design. At number 6, the wolf design on the sleeves of the 1998-99 Kappa edition is clever. At number 5, the pinstripes and bold colorway on the 2024-25 Adidas edition helped establish this as an instant classic. At number 4, the stripes on the collar of the 1993-94 Adidas Trefoil edition are a nice touch. At number 3, the blue detail and script on the 2001-02 Kappa edition looks great, as do both badges. And at number 2, the orange bands on the 2020-2021 Nike edition have an 80s retro Houston Astros vibe that I like a lot. And at number 1, AS Roma's most iconic home shirt is the 1994-95 Asics edition. The design pattern and tie-up collar are both exquisite 90s vintage. Italy's been considered a fashion center for hundreds of years. It's thus not too terribly surprising that the Italian national team, as well as a few Serie A clubs, would have had collaborations with some of the world's biggest fashion houses. Let's take a look at some of the most interesting from the past few years. This version of the national team's collab with Versace was surprisingly understated and eloquent. Forza Italia indeed, at least with this one. This ghastly and gaudy pre-match shirt is more what's expected from the House of Versace. I'm not too keen on this one at all. Japanese brand E3, however, produced some incredibly eloquent kits for Napoli. These are some of the best of the Serie A collab bunch. The Gucci and Juventus collab from a few years back is, I think, the best Serie A collab so far. It might also be the best collab Gucci has heretofore had with any football club. All these shirts will be collector's items before too long. Which collab do you think is best? Let us know in the comments below. Here's Torino FC's top 10 most iconic third shirts. At number 10, the orange Lotto from 1995-96 is a nice look. At number 9, the 2000-2001 Kelme edition is just like the year before, but with horizontal stripes. I'm wondering what the design team was paid. At number 8, the color and cut on the 2021-22 Joma edition are nice, but my word is the sponsor gargantuan. At number 7, the sky blue and claret Kappa edition from 2013-14 has a great colorway. At number 6, the navy blue and burgundy 2004-05 Asics edition is a great looking football shirt. At number 5, the 2002-03 third shirt by Asics is gorgeous. At number 4, the colors and cut on the 2012-13 Kappa edition are top shelf. At number 3, the bull woven into the design of the 2016 edition is a nice touch. At number 2, the colorway and cut on the 2016-17 edition are incredible. And at number 1, Torino FC's most iconic third shirt is the 2024-25 Joma edition. It's an instant classic. Here's Torino FC's top 10 most iconic away shirts. At number 10, the minimalist 2015-16 Kappa edition is much appreciated. At number 9, the minimalist 2016-17 sashed Kappa edition is elegant. At number 8, the sash and sleeves on the 2007-08 Asics edition is a very good look. At number 7, the minimalist 2006-07 Asics edition remains a fan favorite. At number 6, the collar and sleeves on the 1999-2000 Kelme edition set it off. At number 5, the 2000-2001 Asics edition is sleek. At number 4, the 1997-98 Kelme edition is classic 90s design. At number 3, the 1989-90 Adidas Trefoil remains among the club's most beloved. At number 2, the 1994-95 edition is a great football shirt. And at number 1, Torino FC's most iconic away shirt is the 1993-94 Lotto edition. It is a gem. Molto bene. Here's Torino FC's top 10 most iconic home shirts. At number 10, the 1999-2000 Kelme is a very good look. At number 9, the collar and sleeves on the 2019-2020 Joma edition set it off. At number 8, the minimalist 1994-95 Lotto edition is much appreciated. At number 7, the sleeves on the 1996-97 Kelme edition are a nice touch. At number 6, the minimalist 2002-03 Asics edition is sleek. At number 5, the 2015-16 Kappa edition has a retro vibe I like lots. At number 4, the bull woven into the pattern of the 1998-99 Kelme edition is classic 90s design. At number 3, the 1989-90 Adidas Trefoil edition is highly sought after. At number 2, the 2006-07 Asics Anniversary edition is a great looking football shirt. And at number 1, Torino FC's most iconic home shirt is the 2023-24 Retro Anniversary edition. It is bellissima. Here's Udinese Calcio's top 5 most iconic away and third shirts. At number 5, the black, white, and yellow 2023-24 Macron third shirt is eye-catching. At number 4, the orange and black Le Coq Sportif third shirt from 2002-03 is unforgettable. At number 3, the purple, cut, and design on the 2018-19 Macron third shirt are all so plush. At number 2, the gray, black, and white Diodora third shirt from 2000-2001 is a great look. And at number 1, Udinese Calcio's most iconic away shirt is this blue Hummel edition from 1996-97. It is classic 90s swag. Here's Udinese Calcio's top 10 most iconic home shirts. At number 10, the bent stripes on the 2006-07 Lotto edition are a nice break from tradition. At number 9, the mostly black with a bit of white and red is a very good look on the 1998-99 Diodor edition. At number 8, the 2005-06 Lotto edition is sleek. At number 7, the minimalist Diodor UEFA Cup edition is much appreciated. At number 6, the 1996-97 Hummel edition is classy. At number 5, the minimalist Macron 2020-2021 edition is elegant. At number 4, the 1999-2000 Diodor edition is bold. At number 3, the 1991-92 Adidas Trefoil edition is amongst the club's most beloved. At number 2, the thin stripes on the 2008-09 edition look great. Just don't go into a Foot Locker store in this. And at number 1, Udinese Calcio's most iconic home shirt is the 2002-03 Le Coq Sportif edition. The club logo woven into the fabric is classic. Here's US Sassuolo's top 7 most iconic shirts. At number 7, the 2019-2020 Kappa away shirt is classy. At number 6, the black and green striped 2005-06 Aurea home shirt is quite nice. At number 5, the white and blue striped design on the 2024-25 Puma away edition is icy. At number 4, the sash thin stripes in color on the 2022-23 Puma third shirt are all top notch. At number 3, the waves of green undulating on the 2021-2022 Puma home edition are incredible. At number 2, the two tones of blue and the pattern are so great on the 2024-25 third shirt. And at number 1, US Sassuolo's most iconic shirt is the checkerboard blue on blue third shirt from the 2022-23 season. It is a gem.